Welcome to the argument essay in 6 sentences. This is where I'm going to prove to you once and for all that you are brilliant so that we can move on from here. For this assignment, I don't want you to use AI at all. This is 6 sentences. They're really good sentences, but I want you to write them. So we're going to start with the picture of what we're going to be creating. Your essay with the animal that you've selected is going to look like this. So that's where our goal is. Now let's go through the step-by-step process of creating a document that you create all your own with the animal that you have selected. First things first, we want to get things set up. When you were issued your student ID, you were also issued that through the Outlook app. And the Outlook app offers free Microsoft Word. So you're going to go ahead and download this. You don't need to pay for it or search for it. It's right there in your Outlook account. As I get started, I'm going to create a new fresh document. I'm going to go ahead and set this to Times New Roman 12 font. I'm going to go ahead and set the margins to 1-inch margins, which is the MLA format. I'm going to go ahead and set this to 0 because I don't want this to mess with anything. And I'm going to go ahead and set this to double spaced, which is right here, double spaced. Now that's all I need to do for right now, and I'm going to go ahead and save this document as my 6-sentence essay. I don't want this Copilot or anything else. You're going to be doing this on your own. Next, I'm going to go over to easybib.com and I'm going to create a free account. And after I create that free account, I'm going to go to my citation lists. When I create a new citation list and I click on that list, that means that all of the research that I add will go to the proper folder. I don't want it to just go lollygag and then have to find it later. So I'm going to create a citation list for this project. I'm going to click Create, and now you can see that in my citation list. When I click on this, which I'm going to do while I'm preparing this essay, I want to make sure I just leave this open because I'll be adding things to it, and I want to make sure that everything I do is contained in the correct folder. Now let's go pick our animal. I've come over to the World Wildlife Federation Association, and I'm going to find the endangered species list by clicking this and typing in endangered species list, just like this. Now I'm going to go to the list, and here we are. Now, this is fun. I want you to scroll down here. You don't have to lock it. You don't have to, anybody can do anything you like. Pick the animal that speaks to your heart. Any one of them that you think, oh, I want to save that. That's going extinct. I don't want to see that. Go through here, take a minute, and pick the one you love. And when you find that one, click on the link that's going to take you to that information. Let's do it together. For my essay, I picked the bison. Of course, you won't be able to use this one for your essay, but find one that you love. And when I clicked on that link, it took me to this page. And before I do one more thing, I want to go up here to the URL. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go over to my EasyBib project. Remember how we set that up? I'm going to create the citation. I'm going to paste that URL right there, and I'm going to let it find it. Think. There it is. There's several ones here, but I'm going to pick the one where I was just searching, and I'm going to cite that one. That's going to add it over here to my list. And it says your citation may be missing information. So we're going to go over here and click Edit, and that's going to bring up these boxes. And my job for this essay and any essay that I write is to fill in as much of this information that I can, and then that's enough. Okay, so I've got this. This title looks goofy, so let's make sure the title looks nice. Now, is there an author? I don't know. We're going to go back to the article and see if there's an author. And if there is, then we'll attribute that to that author. Scroll down. What's the other box? It wants the website title. We can give this the website title. And we find that title either on the home page, or to make life super easy, we just take that here. That is the website title. Go back over here and place that there. Just paste it right there. Good. Now we've got that. We do want to display the URL. I don't know why it defaults to no, but you want your reader to be able to see the URL where that information was found. Then we can look at the publication date, and we find that at the bottom of the web page. And all we have here is 2025. That's good enough. So you see where we put that in. We don't have a date or month. Don't need it. Okay, now we've got this. There was no author. So instead of author, we're going to put editor. Okay, because there was no particular author for this. Now we've got it. That's all we can do. And after we've done all we can do, then we update the citation. And then we have it completed. And we show the URL. I'm a big believer in showing the URL. I don't ever want my name on a plagiarism list, so I'm going to make sure I show everything. Now let's go back and find out about this animal. Now that I've documented everything, I'm going to go back and I'm going to scroll through this information, and I'm going to read this article. They're not long. They're going to give me a good idea. I can read more if I want to, but for this essay, for now, I want to know enough that I'm interested, that I have a good working knowledge of that, and I'm going to scroll down to this. You can see this isn't a lot to read, but I want to make sure that I do know that. And even though this is a positive tone essay, I still need to know what the threats are to my animal. This is interesting, and you can see these are short articles. I want to know about this. And then I'm loving this image. I'm going to use this image for my essay. I love it. Doesn't it just bring you in to the world of this animal? And I'm going to scroll down to how you can help. And that's going to give me one of the two solutions I need to find right here on this website. And because I'm curious, I'm just going to take a quick look-see at this program. Okay, so this is the Adopt a program, and as I research this, I'm going to find all kinds of adoption programs. And that's something to consider. You're going to look for two solutions, and you're going to pick the one you like best. And that is the way you're going to write this essay, and that's what makes it a position paper. You aren't just researching different kinds of solutions. You are taking a stand. You are stating a preference. You are making an argument for your choice. So, we've got this one. Let's go on up here. This is to adopt the program. I like to just do this. Copy it. Go back over to my EasyBib. Create the citation. What do I do next? That's right. I paste it right here and I click search, let it find it, and it finds it. I go ahead and cite that. And since we know it's going to default to not showing the the URL address, we're going to make sure that we do that. So it's thinking and it's going to add it to my list. There it is. Take a quick second. Check these boxes to see if anything needs to be added. This is a site that wants me to contribute money, so it's not going to have an author. And I'm going to just put it down as editor. There's nothing else. There we go. Yes, we wanted to show the URL. We know it's 2025, but that's an update. It could be any year. And we update the citation. Okay, that's it. Okay, now let's go back to this solution business. I don't know about you. You all did the beginning exercises to find out what kind of a learner you are. I'm a visual learner, so I like to see pictures. I like to see movies. I want information to come to me that way, as well as reading the little articles. I like to read the articles for the facts, but I don't get a visual of what the situation looks like. So I'm going to go to YouTube, and I want you to do the same. And I want you to find a little video that offers a solution. You can see where I typed in solutions for the Alaska Plains bison. So I come down here and, oh, look, this is just a little 5-minute video that introduces previously believed extinct wood bison into the U.S. I like it. And it's from CBS, so it's not from some goofy thing. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to spend 5 minutes of my time watching this little 5-minute video. And what do? That's right. I immediately, before I even watch the video, I go ahead and I add it to my EasyBib. Create the citation. What do I do next? That's right. Paste that right there. Let it find it. There, we're going to cite that. And it's going to add it right there. And I already know that I'm going to go and see if I can find any information. Let's go back to that video and see if there's any information that I can add to this. So I have CBS Mornings 2 years ago, which would make it 2023. And I get the title. So let's add all that to those little boxes. Okay, you see this title right here. See how tacky that looks? I need to punctuate that title and make it look like a title rather than a sentence. I added the CBS Morning, and I added the year that it was published. Okay, so now I'm going to go work on this title. I'll be right back. There. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, so we just shortened the title, and we don't worry about that because we've included the URL, and if the reader wants to go and see that, they can click on that link and go and see the entire video for themselves. Update the citation, and there it is. Now I can go back and watch that information, and I'm going to be fascinated and take down any notes that I see from that. Now, let's go find our essay and get ready to write that. Okay, I'm over here in the prompt, and I see that the important thing is that this has got to be a positive tone. Now, how am I going to write a positive tone about a species of animals that may go extinct? They're endangered. This is a dire situation. And yet you want my tone to be positive? Yes. Yes, I do. Because there's a difference between negative shock value tone and hopeful, optimistic, concerned tone. So we're still going to have the facts, but we're going to have a voice of concern for this endangered animals and hope for what we can do to help. So, here we go. Let's start with, we've done this. We found our animal. We created an EasyBib project. We found a YouTube tutorial, and we read about this animal that we now love. And we're going to find one more proposed solution. You know, it's okay to find one that looks like it's kind of a scam. But here's the thing I decided. Having watched that video is about the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. And yes, I can go to that little adopt a program and I can adopt a bison. Where's that money going to go? I don't know. I can't guarantee where that money's going to go. But if I send the money directly to the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, I know where it's going to go. So that's the decision that I've made. Now, as you go and you find your second option, whichever that is, whether it's the adopt a program or whether you found something else that looks like it's more direct, then you can make that decision for yourself. That's your choice. I'm going with the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center for my selection. We've done that. We've found the second one. We've documented that. Now we're ready to write the essay. Let's do it. Okay, so my name, we've got 2 spaces, add a title. This is the qualitative part. Find an image that does not contain any words, but does make the reader begin to care about this little species and want to read more. That's the main thing. You want to pick an image that draws your reader into your essay and makes them want to know more. A blurry image, an image where the animal is just very, very tiny, I can't even see it, that's not going to work. So you want to think, and that's called qualitative analysis. Finding images, graphs, charts, things like that that are compelling. For this essay, we're not using any graphs or charts, but you can see that if you made this a longer essay, you would want to include some graphs and charts and information about how many exist and what the hope is and that sort of thing. Okay, so let's go and get things started. So I've set up my Word document like we showed at the very beginning, going back to that. I can make my title in any font I like, whatever I think the reader would find compelling. I picked that image directly from the website, and when I clicked on that, up here in picture format, let me make this bigger so I can show you. Up in here in picture format, I picked a frame that I thought looked nice. I kind of like the shadow, which sort of reflects this. I just love this picture. It just makes me want to know more about this little animal. It's got some babies in there. It's got some adults. And now we're going to go down and we've got this part set up. We're ready to write our 6 sentences. Sentence number 1, in a positive tone. This is a relaxed, formal statement. That does not mean write this like a text. It means write this with some charm. And it states why you are attracted to this animal. And of course, in persuasive writing, we know that we want to appeal to the emotions. Do not write, I picked this animal because. You only have 1 sentence. This is a 6-sentence essay. I want this sentence to be a powerful statement about your emotional connection to this animal in 1 sentence. I wrote in 2006, I attended the Alaska Wildlife American Bison project that introduced 13 endangered bison to the Conservation Center and became an immediate advocate of the program. Okay, that was the first sentence. Done. What's next? Sentence number 2, positive tone. A fun fact about this animal that makes the reader want to learn more. This is the sentence where you're going to really attract that reader to your little animal. Remember, you saw that list. What makes your animal special? So we're going to add a fun fact. The American bison is the largest land mammal. Newborn calves weigh up to 70 pounds. And America's national mammals' grazing patterns keep grasslands and herds diverse. Okay, so that's the fun fact that I included. And I found that by going to that WWF website, but you can also make that so much faster by just going to Google and typing in fun facts about your animal, and that will give you a list, and it makes it so much faster to do this process. Remember, if you do that, what do you want to do? That's right. You want to add that to your EasyBib list. Okay, what's next? Now we go to a concerned tone. That means the words that we pick, and I don't want you to use AI to pick those words. I want you to find the words. If you need to go to the dictionary, go to the dictionary. It's easy to do online. You just type in the word and it will come up with the dictionary definitions. There'll be other words to pick from. Do not go to ChatGPT and have it do this for you. I need you to do this to build this mental strength that your brilliance can do. Okay, so this is a concerned tone, not negative, but concerned. A proving statement that the animal is in threat of extinction. And include a citation here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. An overall population of just over 20,000 plains bison managed as wildlife in North America, and small herd size among them contributes to the ongoing loss of genetic diversity. Now, obviously, anybody would know that I didn't write that sentence. How would I know there's 20,000 plains bison? I wouldn't know that. I'm not born knowing that. I had to research that information. I had to find it. And that is where we add the citation that tells the reader where we found that. Now, we don't want a long URL that would make the reader have to stop. We just want to show where that came from. Now, if the reader wants to know more about this location, They can go to our Works Cited, because remember in EasyBib where we included the URL? They can go check that out themselves. So that's the concerned tone. What's next? Sentence number 4. Now we have a positive tone. 2 programs or initiatives that have been proposed to help the animal. Include 1 persuasive image of that animal's babies. No logos, words, or cartoon images. Now, why do we want babies? Because if I want to inspire somebody to save a species, don't you think it's kind of compelling and persuasive to include a picture of one of their babies? I think so too, for this essay. Later on, when you're writing expanded essays, you can add whatever you like. But for this essay, for this project, we're going to include the image, a sharp, crisp image of a little baby. And preferably somebody helping that baby. Because I know I'm going to support this, and I want to encourage my reader to follow my suit. I'm not telling him what to do. I'm never going to make a we, you, us, our statement. I'm inspiring them based on what I'm doing. Okay, so let's look at this 4th sentence. 2 programs that help promote the salvation of the American bison are the WWF Adopt a Bison program that we looked at just a little bit ago, and the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center in Girdwood, Alaska. And there's my picture. Oh my goodness. See the person's hand holding, protecting, nurturing the little baby? Okay, let's look at what's the next sentence. Sentence number 5. Positive tone. Based on my research of this, I believe this is the most effective solution to the crisis. And we know that I believe that the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center is the most effective solution to the crisis, and I'm going to send them money directly. All right, so let's go over and look at sentence number 5. And we're going to use these exact first words, just these first words. Based on my research of the adoption and rescue programs, and based on the current statistic of over 150 bison released by the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center into the wild, and this is where that information came from, because the reader's going to go, how do you know it's 150 bison? Well, because I have this citation. And all the reader has to do is go to my Works Cited and find that information. I believe the future of the American bison is best, well, it would help if we separated the word, when it best served by supporting the Alaska program. Okay? And now our last sentence is a positive tone. Your personal statement about how you can support that solution. Do not use the words we, you, us, our, or they. Only a first-person I statement. Never preach in a persuasive essay. Never tell the reader what we, you, us, it's up to all of us. No, it's up to me. And I'm going to inspire the reader based on what I'm going to do. So let's look at that last sentence. Since 2006, I have supported the Alaska Wildlife Rescue Project and plan to leave a portion of my estate to ensure the future of the mission. Okay, so that's a short, complete sentence. Do we want to do anything with this picture? Are we happy with this? Want to move it down just a little? Well, it has to stay. This is our margin. We don't want it to go way over here or anything, so we can just slide it around till it looks nice. Oh, I love that. Don't you? Don't you think that's a sweet? Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to add our citations. So let's go back over to our EasyBib project. Let's look over these citations and make sure they're all there. Yes, we have everything that we could do for these. And let's see, not that one. We've got the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. Okay, we're ready. So we're going to click Export All. And since we're creating a Word document, let's just choose Word document. You can do Google Docs, but this is the process that we want to make sure everything is formatted correctly. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And we click Export. And that's going to open it up there in wherever it is that your tray goes. And click on that. And there it is. See how pretty that is? We're going to enable editing up here. See how we do this? Just in case there's anything wrong. But do you see how this looks? Memorize this. It's all double spaced. Okay, you can see that the second line is indented. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to add it to the bottom of our essay. Okay, I'm going to do this live. I'm coming down one more space. And let's paste. Okay, and it showed correctly. Do you see this? Okay, let's say that we pasted it in and it came in wrong. Like that. Right? Instead of coming out as normal, came out as this. Or came out as that. That's a mess. Came out as this. Came out as that. That's wrong. Okay, so that means all I need to do is go back and do it correctly. And make sure when I paste it in that it looks just like this. Perfectly formatted. And now I'm ready for the final step. And that is to read my essay. Let's do it together and see if we find any errors. And I'll tell you right now, this is not the fun part, but this is the good part. And again, do not use AI to edit this little essay. I'm proving that you are brilliant, not AI. Don't make me have to fight AI. Okay, in 2006, I attended the Alaska Wildlife Bison Project that introduced 13 endangered bison to the Conservation Center and became an immediate advocate of the program. Right? Good. The American bison is the largest land mammal. Newborn calves weigh up to 70 pounds, and America's national mammals' grazing patterns keep grasslands and herds diverse. An overall population of just over 20,000 plains bison managed as wildlife in, this is why we edit, in North America, and small herds. Population just over managed as wildlife in North America and small herd size among them. Oh, that's confusing. I hate that sentence. I'm going to go fix it. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if we like this better. An overall population of just over 20,000 plains bison and reportedly small herd sizes and contributes to the ongoing loss of genetic diversity. And there's the citation where those facts came from. Population and contribute. Let's contribute. Okay. Two programs that help promote the salvation of the American bison are the WWF Adopted Bison Program and the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center in Goodwin, Alaska. Based on my research of the adoption and rescue programs, and based on the current statistic of over 150 bison released by Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center into the wild, and that's where this came from, I believe the future of the American bison is best served by supporting the Alaska program. Since 2006, I have supported Alaska Wildlife Rescue Project and plan to leave a portion of my estate to ensure the future of the mission. Okay. It's a little colder than I might like, but if this is a place where you can put your, I don't want my picture to go below the text. Okay? Because then it's going down there. And now we're excited. Let's make sure this is formatted correctly. It is. Everything should be double spaced. Making sure that it's all correct. And now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to save it. First as a Word document, then I'm going to save it as a PDF. And here it is as a PDF, and isn't it a thing of beauty? And I did it all by myself without having ChatGPT write the sentences for me. All right? And there we go. And now I've written a rhetorical argument essay in just 6 sentences. After you've completed your project, save it as a PDF, and submit it. That concludes this tutorial for this wonderful and rewarding project.